Hi everyone. So I'm gonna be reading some of my some of the poetry that I wrote in undergrad. Um, I think this was the second creative writing class that I took ever. So this is English 292 work. I'm opening it up. Literally haven't seen it in forever. This is the first page. It says, I don't know what to call what we had. We could never agree on a label anyway. I don't know how to talk about it. Let me know if you ever want to talk about it. And then I have my table of contents. So I have maybe I'll upload a version so that you guys can read along with me, but I have a little quote, and then I have the title and then the actual poem. So, and keep in mind I haven't seen this in forever. If I had the pride you think I do, I wouldn't have contacted and chased after you. Even now, I yearn to call you. But I know the person who may or may not pick up won't be who I wish it was. Never was, and never will be. Rehabilitation. Predictors for a divorce, including but not limited to criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling, are all things we had when we had whatever that was. Rehabilitation is what I need after loving you. Well, trying to. Our pathetic attempt at love always required more. More than a daily 45-minute Uber to Plantation, Florida. More than an Uber to Miami International Airport, a flight to Pennsylvania, a taxi to Penn Station, a train to Elizabethtown, a carpool to a place where Blue Jays flocked together. It required a level of mutual respect we never had for each other. It required a constant location check to prove that you were the only one I wanted cuddle waddles from. You fucking coconut. I have myopia and astigmatism, but you are the only human blind to how I feel about you. I leave my iPhone XS ringer on high in case you aren't too high or too cool of a guy to tell me that soon you'd like to pass by. I can't believe the other night I once again cried myself to a sleep so deep I couldn't hear my phone when you used an anonymous app to call me. You're a judoka that cuts weight for competitions and then hydrates with my tears. I pray my daily thoughts about you go away before I waste even more of my youth's years. Our song went from Comfortable K Camp to Deja Vu Justin Bieber, Post Malone to Saved, Khalid, and might forever be Te Boté Remix, Neil Garcia, Darel, Casper El Mágico, Bad Bunny, Ozuna, Nicky Jam. I appreciate how you destroyed my fantasy of no longer breathing once I turned 18. You proudly wore t-shirts with St. Ives acne scrub outlining my face after my unspecified depression, generalized anxiety, and unspecified trauma and stressor-related disorder resulted in multiple meltdowns that turned into cuddle sessions and kisses drenched in what is gross to recall but heavily intimate. You sensed mucus in my mouth and swallowed like it was cookies and cream, your favorite. You kissed me before the scholarships and after I began to accumulate student loans. You kissed me with and without braces. You kissed me with sickness and with health. That was that one. Just kidding, it's not over. There's another page. I don't understand how the universe could have given us romantic potential that seemed divine, only to use us against each other, only to destroy the hope of one day parenting a Judah and Athena together. I finally accept it's impossible to experience what I did with anyone else, even with the new you. Moments like these tempt me to live a life I might end up regretting, if it means forgetting. Forgive and forget. Yet, no matter how hard I try, I'm still upset over the same guy. Moses, the Prince of Egypt, Pixar voice, go ask the man I once called father. Then again, everyone's got a boohoo story. My maternal grandfather was abusive too. A stereotypical father who was amazing when he wasn't drunk, but he always was, until he was no more. Rehabilitation. Why can't I find a nice, luxurious white man house to escape to? Why are the daily scenes in my life escape rooms? Why is my woman cave an escape room? When and how did you transform from my escape to a noun I desperately need to escape? Why do I have your Instagram account blocked, but still check it because scrolling through a gallery of what could have been in my cell phone is not satisfying, it's tormenting. I don't want to delete anything. I have kept almost everything. I still want to talk to you about everything. This is terrible. We were terrible. Rehabilitation. Once my medication, then a cliche addiction. I was your obsession. You were my crutch for motivation and ambition. Loving me couldn't have been easy, but word on the street is I'm pretty damn lovable and not too hideous. To you, I'm nothing more than a pretty face who's pretty good at school. Rehabilitation. Could it cure me of resentment for what I missed out on for you? Could it make me forget how painfully clear I expressed who I was missing out on for you? Guess we both need rehabilitation. Maybe in another dimension, we could truly provide each other with holistic rehabilitation. We both love being life coaches for others, but never respectfully coached or loved each other. Rehabilitation. Will it make it possible for me to stop constantly thinking and writing about you? I respond to formal academic prompts with metaphors, but tell instead of show in poetry. Will rehabilitation make my writing make some sense? Will it reduce the inflammation in my medulla oblongata that's affecting my pituitary gland, consequently resulting in difficulties remembering academic material and focusing? Will rehabilitation give me the willpower to respect myself enough to stop talking about you to my friends on a daily basis? Rehabilitation. Could it bitch slap me into accepting that the last time we saw each other was the end? We finally got flights to Europe together, but you wanted Ashlyn to stay with us and told me to make the best out of it or do my own thing. I found dignity and ignored you at the airport. And during the 14-hour flight from Miami to Amsterdam, sitting one seat away from each other. You bring out the rude bitch in me. I wish I could pursue the pleasures I know will hurt me in the end, but I don't want to waste my time, my youth, when I know I won't be growing old with you. Let's just be friends. You don't give a fuck about me. Bro, stop bothering me. You proved you don't really fuck with me. It's clear all you want to fucking do is fuck me. Occasionally. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch, I ain't fucking you. Sure as hell no longer fuck with you. Get the fuck out of here with these fucking questions. All you could do was make fucking allegations, but you could never answer any of my fucking questions. You bring out the dumb bitch in me. You're probably just possessive because you're fucking some bitch since I chose celibacy. You left me. Excuse me. Why did I swipe right on you April 22nd, 2019, after ignoring you while lost and starving for a week during my first visit to Europe, November 13th, 2018? You left me no choice but to survive on my own. How can my health be restored? How can my life return to whatever the fuck normal is after an addiction to you? Spending every single day seeing you at least once for like 3 years. How can my self-dignity be restored after I gave you my virginity that apparently doesn't even exist because virginity is a man-made myth? If success is deliberate and intentional and mastering something takes 10 years, will I master how I feel about you in 10 years? Maybe this is all in my head. Maybe I just need rehabilitation. I want to learn how to create art, to cope, instead of pressing the self-destruct button every time something doesn't do what I want it to, every time you don't treat me how I want you to. There's honestly no use in trying to keep myself together because I have a feeling once I fully fall apart, I'll become something better. Okay, that was actually the end of that one. So we're at 10 minutes, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and I'll make another one for the other poems. Does that make sense? So each video will have a poem, and this is all part of my portfolio back in undergrad. Okay, my first creative writing class. Bear with me now. But definitely, like, I remember writing some of this. Definitely do. I can picture the imagery I was seeing, reliving while saying this. It's funny, I actually performed this at an open mic about a year and a half ago. I wish I had those videos. I'll try to find them. Some of the people that were there that took videos of me are no longer in my life, so I'll do my best. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And I will start the next video now.